All right, Coach, thank you as always. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold-out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
King. Don't be scared. Set.
First carry for Nick Chubb. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check. Point it right. He's crossing. He's checking crossing.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Joker. Tight dog. 51 the mic, boy. 51. There's a party now.
Mayfield down. He finds his target, Beckham. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Browns.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43.
Hurry! Kill! Under 10.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
We want it. Come to my work. Run. Let's go, Mike 50.
Now Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 at the 20-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's our time. It's our time.
Mayfield to throw it. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Kill.
61, matchbox lights.
Check.
Hey, alert. Regular.
Mayfield looks to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Landry, the intended target. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. This for his running back, McCoy. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Escaping the pressure right. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
15.
Watch twist.
Mahomes going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, we got four down.
Yellow.
Zoom, fellas, let's go.
Mike 51.
Check tight. Watch the twist.
Shift.
And again, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Check 26. 15. Outside.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check 99. Check 99. 43. 43.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 43-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
51 the mark.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
51 Mike. Mike 51. Exit.
On first down, Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
Good. 180. Man, we got to get this stop here, D. Kill. Regular.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
King.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
We're scoreless after one. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they come up now 2nd and goal. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They come out here in the I. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. They'll give it to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Browns drive about to get started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads. They don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Alert, alert, alert.
Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
It's our time.
Alert, 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 alert.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds Beckham, complete. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Mayfield now from the 50. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run with Hunt on second down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And he's got his man, that's Landry. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. A run for Nick Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Check 64, weak. Real. Check 24. Check 50, check 50. Hurry!
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14. Chiefs, nothing. Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams...
Well, Mahomes Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. To try again after the sack. Mahomes, he finds McCoy. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down.
I can't believe they even let you play. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey, 43. Fresno. Go. Mike, Foxtrot. Mike, 51.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got a first down past the 30. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Mahomes now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Play it. Yellow. Hey, Mike 51. Hey, Will. There you are. Not today.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch the slant. 15. 51 to Mike, boys. 51. Orbit. Here we go, G. Here I come again.
Now it's Mahomes again. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Here we go. Alpha. 51, Mike. Mike 51. Let's go, D.
Hey, 43, 15.
It's going to be a long day. Go. Mike 51.
Mahomes to throw once more. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Yellow. 51 to Mike. 3 buzz. Hey, Mike 51.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Travis Kelsey, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
No chance.
Hey, rip list.
Why? Who? He's coming. He's coming.
I got it. 40's Mike. 40's Mike. Target. Whip. Watch the whip. Jack. Hey, rip list. Mike 40. Pick it up. Hey, we're going Mike 40.
Hey, let's get that ball, D.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Come get some. Come on, 15. Easy. Go. Go, Mike. Hey, 57. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Mike 51.
Oh, you got deep? Hey, Sunday.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Four down. Hey, 57. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
You can't block me. Slam. Show it up.
Now Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw. And it's caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the alpha. Check. Crunch.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They'll get 34 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. On the carry, it's Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They run it again with Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And it brings up third down.
Set. 180. Hey, Charlie.
You remember me? You remember me?
On third down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
After the made field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows?
Well, Mahomes can't get away. And down he goes.
Get him, boys. Yeah, that's how we do,
Taken
D.
down back at the 23-yard line.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
6. Bullet high. Slam, slam, slam. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
25, check 25, check 25.
Here's Mahomes to throw. This for his running back, McCoy. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Defense. 57 colors. Mike 51, Mike 51.
In your face.
Charlie. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Yellow.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Landry now on the return. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Point it right. Hey, we're 33.
And again, it's Chubb. Chris Jones on the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Switch.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Set, 180.
He's tired of you. He's tired of us.
Now Chubb. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Come. Check three. Kill.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. Odell Beckham, 45 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Who's got this?
At their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
1st and 10.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
51 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Myles Garrett. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Mike 40, Mike 40. Watch the run.
He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They run. Chubb. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They'll run again with Hunt. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They go play action here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's a 2nd down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Sheldon Richardson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And again, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And that may put a period on this AFC Championship game. The Browns drive about to get started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line. Today's final score.
Well, a Lombardi trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that for a little bit. Right now, the Lamar Hunt has to feel good to hold.
Oh, it's got to feel great for them. And remember, Lamar Hunt helped create the American Football League, which became, of course, in most part, the American Football Conference. And he's the one who gave us the name Super Bowl.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.